from Nigerians. Let's take some tweets. Well, this is from Bayo Nonuga, who wrote, after successful Paris outing, President Tinubu off to London on private visit. President Bola Tinubu on Friday concluded his official trip to Paris, France, during which he had an outstanding participation in the summit for a new global financing pact, hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron. Well, Ojo in response wrote, successfully outing. He traveled all the way from Nigeria to France just to attend banquet and eat. He even hung around until the summit was over to snap pictures. This is so embarrassing. A first summit for that matter. He was even given a slot, but he chickened out at the last minute. Well, Nathan wrote, does a president of a country have the right to privacy when using taxpayers' money? Don't we deserve to know what he is going there for? Well, Nefertiti wrote, 3 speakers of Nigerian descent were scheduled to speak. Tinubu, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and Akin Adesina. They had different topics. Tinubu chickened out at the last minute. Nigerian ambassador had to represent him in a live session, so Tinubu could not deliver a keynote address or a closing remark. Well, she further stated that how is snapping photos with Nigerians in Paris any type of achievement? Senegal and Zambia already struck deals to restructure their $6.3 billion debt at the summit. So I need to start seeing the benefits of Paris trip to Nigeria. Did we sign any bilateral or multilateral deals? Well, during the summit, where they all have a
you don't ask for it. You take it.
Don't forget to.
Also scheduled to speak. I believe it was at the Ensuring More Reliable, Comparable Information and Data Summit, and he was absent there. So, I mean, you can understand why people are outraged as well. People are outraged at the fact that the president traveled to London after that summit. Rufai.
I think part of the president traveling to London after the summit, I'm really iffy about that, because he said he was going to return earlier, and all of a sudden, then to London. You should remember that once you become president, people will hold you accountable. And secondly, also missed a great opportunity to speak on behalf of Nigeria. And we want a leader that has that oomph to push and negotiate when things are being talked about on the table. Look at what Ruto was talking about. He was talking about something germane for Africa. But anyway, the argument I will make is Ruto fails to understand a very interesting Yoruba adage that says, what it means is if the child is not strong enough to hold the butt of a knife, you can't ask who killed your father. Africa will always be shortchanged except our leaders do right for Africa.
Well, that is why he's asking for a separate financial architecture where they all have a
you
say.
Don't ask for it. You take it. How do you take it?
Yeah?
You take it with economic empowerment of your continent. Look at what Modi is doing in America. Signing deals. America welcome Modi because they respect him, because they see India as a veritable partner. The West doesn't still see us that way because we're not pushing our weight in terms of economic development. And that's why, rather than just asking, nothing will happen. But I'm happy about other African leaders. I would have wished that our own leader, made those bold statements. Look at the likes of Hichilema of Zambia. Look at the things they were able to say. And that's why we keep calling on effectiveness on our electoral process. And it goes a long way. Secondly, all of the talk about, they take pictures. We don't need that controversy. No. What we need is our leaders can go out there, represent our country, get more deals into the country, and give him the support and give him the criticism when necessary. It's as simple as that. I'm also very happy that at a time like this, Nigeria is shining like a million star. You have the president of African Development Bank, Nigerian. You have the World Trade Organization chairman, DG, Nigerian. And these people went out there to make us proud. Our president who had this time in the sun in Paris. But what we're saying is, the unseen words, the most deals that are done by the words not said. The interactions, the things you can do, sitting on panel, announcing that Nigeria is here, and being able to get deals in. But except Africa stands tall on its own.
Don't forget to always want to June when a campaign. See where it is, why it is very, very, very important. See why it is very, very.
How do you prevent a church rat from eating a poisoned Holy Communion? That's the way. We are a poor nation. The bank code will follow. They say firewood not for. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, shine shining, and tell the West. If you don't guarantee our finances and work up with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. They'll do it. They are just crazy. I don't want to see there are a lot of media
Now, he was given the opportunity to do what he said during campaign. Jackpot!
What we are saying is different. Is that what you're saying? You're saying is good, but it's not what you're saying. We are not saying that we continue to have what the taxes France is paying, the taxes Kenya is paying in the current setup. Those are national issues. We need a financial transaction tax at a global level where even countries like Kenya pay. We do not want anything for free. You will pay more eventually because you have a bigger economy. We will pay commensurate to our economy. And we want those resources controlled not by IMF and World Bank. Because IMF and World Bank, you have the final say. We don't have no say. We want another organization of equals, where you have as much say because you pay as much as we do because we also pay. That's the organization we are looking for. And that is why we are saying we need a new financial architecture where governance, where power is not on the hands of a few people. We can agree on the governance of the institution. We can agree on the sharing of power so that all of us have access to resources that go to making sure, number one, renewable energy. We invest in decarbonization. Number two, adaptation, mitigation, smart agriculture. Number three, restoring our planet, restoring our biodiversity, and making sure our carbon sinks work. This is what we are saying, and we would appreciate a little understanding. We want to be, we are talking the normal. If we continue talking the normal, Emmanuel, we will never solve this problem. Things are not going forward, they are going backwards. Tokenism, installment will not solve this problem. We have a much bigger problem than the installment we are discussing here will solve. You're not hearing us.
I will, if I may, I will answer you in 2 words to conclude. No, but
and let me just finish one more. When Ajay was saying 1 to 5 or 1 to 1, who is 1 and who is 5? Private sector versus who is 1 and who is 5?
$5 private sector mobilization for every dollar of money that comes in. 5 for private.
Surely, Ajay, how do you persuade the private sector to bring their money for public good? Private sector is driven by profit, my friend. I mean, unless you persuade me otherwise.